What's up, YouTube? Today I have a special opportunity here that I accepted, and this is not my battle. As you can clearly see, it says Xenon's vid. And this video, as you probably guessed, unless, there's something wrong, that this is Xenon's video, and he threw up a message on Skype saying, hey, anybody want to narrate my video? There were people before me, but the person I came in I was like the second person to ask, and the person that he originally gave it to got the wrong save file or couldn't open it or something like that. So by default, it went down to me, and happy for this opportunity, and here we go. So Xenon is gonna go for a double edge there, and he's gonna switch out now. Go to his tentacruel so he can get toxic spikes up because this thing doesn't really pose too much of a threat, I guess, to his team, and it can't spin it away. And it's always good to get toxic spikes up, some sort of entry hazard, and that's what he's gonna do while he sets up light screen and all that jazz. So I honestly don't know what that thing's called. I only know what the main things are called. Like this is a Voltolas or whatever, however you pronounce it. I know that's how it's spelled. So he sets up a second layer of toxic spikes. He's going to go to the blob to absorb the thunderbolt, but Xenon overpredicted and got hit by a dark pool, as it happens to apparently the best of us, because Xenon's a part of the group that are the best of us. So he's going to send in his vulture thing, and it's going to take the ice beam relatively well because light screen is up, and as we all know, light screen cuts special attacks. So I believe he's going to switch out and go to his tentacruel, predicting the toxic, and he does, because Xenon is pro. See, I don't even know what this thing can do. This vulture thing would do. I wouldn't have even predicted that. So he's going to use Sludge Wave, and Xenon was telling me on Skype that he should put Sludge Bomb on there because Sludge Wave has like a 10% poison chance, and Sludge Bomb is higher, I guess. So he's going to switch to his Unicron, which I actually understand that reference. It's Transformers. So he's going to roost, predicting a switch, I guess, or just knowing he could take a hit. And while Xenon goes to his Marowak, and Marowak is going to threaten this vulture, but he's going to go for the toxic anyway, and I guess unfortunate hacks. Sorry, Xenon. He missed the stone, and then he overpredicted and thought the vulture guy would switch out and went for an earthquake, but he didn't. And Tentacruel is going to come back in. He's going to use another Sludge Wave, and I don't think it poisons. He's going to go for a Brave Bird here. It's going to do a good chunk from Tentacruel because Tentacruel doesn't have the greatest defenses in the world. So this I remember I watched this video beforehand. That's how come I know kind of stuff. What's going on? I wasn't like standing over his shoulder watching him play the game, and he wasn't streaming it or anything like that. So I kind of have a bearing, and I know that this little series with this vulture thing is going to go on for a little bit. He's going to go for boiling water here, I guess, trying to get status on it. Gets a crit there, makes up a little bit for that miss, not completely, since he's going to get a roost off and get almost all his HP back. So I can't remember if Xenon switches here or stays in. Guess we'll see. He's gonna go for another boiling water. Yay! I guess going for the burn. While this vulture thing goes for a whirlwind, naked eagle. He's gonna go for this. Well, not go to it. He was forcefully sent out. This Moltres. He's gonna U-turn here. I don't know why. Xenon's gonna have to tell me that. I guess he was predicting something, but yeah, he's gonna go back to his Marowak, predicting the toxic, and you can't toxic something that's already poisoned. So he's gonna go for a roost here, predicting the Stone Edge, and Xenon's gonna go for the Stone Edge this turn, I think. Yep, he's gonna go for it, and since roost takes away the flying type attribute, it doesn't do all that much. So this next coming turn, he's going to go for a Brave Bird while Xenon goes for a Stone Edge again. And it's actually going to do a lot of damage this time since its flying ability, flying trait is still there. It's flying type. So I can't remember what happens next. See, it's coming to me in bits and pieces. I'm remembering just small pieces at a time since I didn't actually play this battle. So he's going to roost there. Xenon's going to be smart and go for an earthquake, predicting that roost. And it does a decent amount of damage, but not as much as the Stone Edge would have done if he hadn't roosted. So Poison eventually takes out the Marowak. He's going to go to his Moltres, and I believe he's going to take him out with Overheat. Yes, he's going to go for an Overheat. Let's see if I was correct. I believe I am. And yes, the Vulture finally goes down. I'm kind of happy that it did because I'm tired of not knowing its name and having to say the Vulture. So he's going to go to his Voltolas or whatever it's called. And it's gonna use Thunderbolt, and he's Xenon, and he's smart, so he goes to his Gastrodon, which resists it completely, while he goes to his Musharna this next turn. And I'm surprised Musharna doesn't have Levitate, considering it's floating. But never mind that. He goes for a Boiling Water. It does a considerable amount of damage to Musharna, considering Musharna has great special defense. And I completely missed what move Musharna just used, but whatever. He's going to go for Earth Power now. It's going to do a good chunk of damage from Musharna, but Xenon, I guess, wasn't expecting the Energy Ball, and Musharna uses it, and Gastrodon goes down because it's ×4 super effective against it. So, but Gastrodon did do quite a bit of work in this battle, resisting all those Thunderbolts and doing this much damage to the Musharna. So Xenon's going to U-turn. It's going to be able to take out the Musharna, and I forget which Pokemon he goes to. Guess we'll find out. He goes back to Unicron, and here goes another decently long chunk of the battle when this guy sends in his Rock Golem, his Zombie Golem. And this is a Rock Ghost type, and he's going to go to his Tropius, predicting an Earthquake, I guess, and this guy predicts the switch out and goes for a Stone Edge, which is a great move on his part. So, oh man, my mic fell, so I had to, switch it up. But he's gonna go for Stone Edge here. Xenon predicts that and goes to his Metang, I want to say it's called Metang. Metagross's pre-evolved form, yeah, that. He's going to switch back out, go to his green power, and this guy's going to go for a Dynamic Punch. Tropius is going to survive, and going to get confused because we all know that Dynamic Punch, if it doesn't take out the Pokemon, it's going to confuse it. So, Poison's slowly doing its work, and I guess that's what Xenon was hoping to happen, because this guy is a pretty big threat. It's a pretty strong attacker. It has a really high attack, and I believe it has Rock Polish. I'm pretty sure it uses that later on in the match. So, and as you can see, Poison's slowly doing more and more damage to it. He's going to get a Rock Polish off, and unfortunately, Xenon's going to hit himself in Confusion here, so that's unfortunate. But it doesn't even do that much, so yeah. I don't know really what this Metang is, what type of Metang it is. Maybe it's a rock polishing one, I don't know. But Xenon's going to go back to his Tropius, I guess, predicting that Earthquake. And Tropius is going to now be able to use a Synthesis this next coming turn. And Zamagolem goes for Earthquake, predicting his switch back to Metang, which was bad move on his part, because Xenon's going to be able to get the Synthesis off, and that Golem goes down from the poison damage. So purely from poison damage, that Pokemon was KO'd. So he's going to switch to this Voltolas. That's what I'm just going to stick to calling it. And Xenon's going to miss his Leaf Storm, which is really unfortunate. That's just awful. I hate missing moves. I hate missing moves more than getting crits happening to me, or I don't know, paralyzing hacks. I just hate missing moves. But he's going to use Thunderbolt on the Metang. Metang's going to be able to take it. He uses Zen Headbutt, and I'm pretty sure this takes out this Voltolas. That's its name on Maryland, so that's why I'm sticking to it. He's going to go out to this Kojando, Ah, finally, a Pokemon I know of his team, the Japanese name. It's going to use U-turn, and it doesn't quite take out the Metang. And I can't remember what moves Xenons are going to go for here. I think rest. And let's see if I was correct this time. Yes, he uses rest. And Metang goes to sleep, obviously. And Xenon was telling me also on Skype, since we talk on Skype a lot, that he's gonna use rest and use sleep talk 3 turns in a row because he thought, well, he thought he read somewhere that in this 5th gen that rest now lasts for 3 turns instead of 2. But whoever wrote that, wherever he read it, was lying to him because it's still 2 turns. At least I think it is. I could be wrong, but whatever. He's gonna go for a sleep talk, get a claw sharpen off, which is pretty cool. And now I actually remember what it is. It's a resting claw sharpen sleep talk Metagross. I don't know why. I just never like having one offensive move. Just, I don't know. It doesn't agree with me. But he's sleep talk here, as you can see, for the 3rd turn in a row because some person was a liar and lied to him. So yeah, Metang goes down. So Xenon has that Tentacruel and Moltres left. He's going to send in the Moltres right now. And I believe this Moltres is scarfed. So I'll see in a minute. He's going to send in this fish thing again. And he's going to use Flamethrower, I guess, predicting the Kojando to stay in. But he goes to this fish with hands thing. And he's going to switch back out, go to Tentacruel because Tentacruel is better suited to fighting this thing. It goes for a waterfall. It doesn't do that much. Even though Tentacruel has awful defense, it doesn't do that much, so that's good. And Toxic is slowly doing its work on this fish thing now. So he's going to use Sludge Wave to bring it to even further, well, not even further lower, even lower, can't even talk, even lower health. And I think that's just going to be the rinse-repeat process until this fish goes down. He's going to use Sludge Wave again, I think, or Boiling Water, one of the two. Kojando's going to come back in, obviously, and yeah, use Sludge Wave again. Going to do a decent amount of damage to Kojando. Not a lot, but enough. With the poison and the Life Orb damage that this Kojando is suffering from, it's going to be doing a considerable amount. And as you see, like half of its remaining HP was gone that turn because Kojando has that Life Orb, plus the poison, plus the Sludge Wave, and then Xenon's able to take it out. And he's going to send back in this fish thing. I guess this is his last Pokemon. And Xenon is going to just, I guess, Sludge Wave it to death. So, well, at least that's what I think. I didn't really get to finish this battle because I had to go eat because I was a hungry man, so I had to go eat at that point in time. But while I was watching it previously, that is. And this thing, I don't know what it just used. Did it just use like Wish or something? I have no idea. Yeah, but yeah, it used Protect. And yeah, it used Wish. Wow, I didn't even see that. But yeah, Wish does a decent amount. And Xenon's going to take a waterfall, but it does hardly anything. I wonder why. I guess this thing has awful attack, but finally going to be able to take it out. Comment, rate, sub to Xenon because he's pro if you're not already subbed to him, and sub to me too. Peace. See you later.